Well, they had like an electric fence around the green because the sheep couldn't go on it then. So you knew you were going to have to play through sheep at some point, and the sheep were just dotted around the golf course when you were playing.
Hello and welcome to New News. This is all the news you need to know about and all the new games that have released this past week. It's Carl and Lee over here as your hosts. How are you guys doing? And I keep forgetting you guys can't answer us. So
no, they can't answer. Well, they can. They're in the chat. They can answer.
Yeah, the chat can answer, but the podcast listeners can't.
No, well, they can to themselves in their car. It's okay.
Well, I mean, yeah. How are you doing? Are you doing okay? Do you like Xbox? Because we like Xbox too, and we're glad you could join us. And how are you, Mr. Lee?
Mate, I'm all right. You know, I'm all right. I'm a bit cold.
Yeah, so we're going to have a very quick episode to make sure you don't freeze to death.
Freeze to death, I might die. Yeah, which would be unfortunate.
So if you notice Lee's speech getting slower and slower, then you've realized that there's not enough oxygen going on in his little man shed, and he's slowly freezing to death.
Please tell me.
Cool, I'll let you know.
Thanks.
I'll just kind of wave, and I'll get someone in New Zealand to call 911 or 222. What is it? 111? The police people?
No idea.
Cool.
What's
that number? 10999566785.
I don't use email. Police at
help@police.co.nz. Help! Fire!
Fire! He's so good.
Amazing.
Okay.
Yes.
How are you?
I'm good. You've been educating me about golf. I didn't expect there's so much to do about golf. So
I can get into it more next week if you want to. We can expand on the knowledge.
Yeah.
Actually, questions.
Okay, I'll study some golf this week.
I know. The patrons could drop some golf questions in.
Oh yeah, for our AMA.
Yeah,
that would be great.
Any sport. I know a few sports, and if we don't know, we can always find out.
Yeah, that'll be great. Ask us sports questions.
Oh my God, that's idea. Because Jim Bean's well into sport games as well, isn't she?
Yeah, I know. She's. I think she likes Aussie rules, but only when she's betting on them.
Right. Okay. How would you bet on that game? That game's ridiculous.
It's very strange. Everyone here, like, even my boss at work is trying to get me into tipping. They call it tipping. Basically betting on the Aussie rules games.
Oh, but there's actually a funny thing in work. They have these, I think there's like 6, 7 of them, and a couple of hours in work and a few outside of work. And they bet on horse racing every week. So each one they take turns.
Oh, yes.
And I think they've won, like $200 all year. And they must put in, I don't know, they're not up anyway, I could say that. And one of the guys is new to it this year, and he's going, when I joined, they just won like $4,000. And I thought, this is quite cool. They obviously know what they're doing. They've won nothing since I've won $200 since, so he said. So he's a bit bitter, amazing. And he reckons it's like a pyramid scheme. Like the one guy at the top's making loads of money out of it, and no one else is.
I mean, that's one way to run a business. You're like, yeah, we do.
Oh yeah, give me your money.
Here.
Yeah, give me money. Oh yeah, I know horses. Yeah, I'll help you. Yeah, we won loads last year. Yeah,
look at all my winnings, and then everyone gives you the money. And you're like, totally bet that on this horse. He just came in last. Oh no, that's a pity. You saw me down at the pub. Oh yeah. That wasn't.
And they're trying to get me to join as well. They're trying to get me to join. He's like, you should join. And it's like, why? I don't want to give you my money. I like my money.
Like I come to work to earn money. I'm not going to come to work to give that away.
Exactly. Yes. Brilliant. Sport.
Okay. So sport things happen.
Yes, it did. Should we do the news? Come on, let's get into it.
Okay, let's get into the news. What have you got for us this week?
I have, and I've got my stuff working out nicely, which is very impressive.
I love it. Do it.
We're even little in the corner now if you're watching live or recorded.
That.
Xbox gameplay chart. Fallout 76 is back in the top 40. I find that surprising. I know there was an update, wasn't there? Where is it? Let's go and find it. How far down is it? Oh, God.
There was an update, and I didn't expect it to be that big of an update that people jumped in for it.
They emailed me a lot about it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they emailed everyone about it.
Yes, I think they were a bit sad and wanted people to watch, play. Yes, I don't know. I haven't played it for ages. I bought the game. Oh, no, I got it free. What did I buy? I bought, Call of Duty. No, Call of Duty, what was it? What's his name? Come on, we got this. I bought a game. Wildlands is the first one. Wildlands.
Borderlands.
Oh, yeah. No, Tom Clancy's Wildlands.
Tom Clancy's Wildland things, yes.
The other one, yes. I bought that game and I got Fallout 76 for free. Literally said, buy this game and I'll give you Fallout 76.
That's amazing.
And I bought it because I thought it was funny.
Oh yeah, you're like, oh, free Fallout
Great game.
76.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Have you
Okay,
seen what people are doing in Fallout 76 though?
No, not
Like-
at all.
Awesome buildings, awesome characters.
Oh,
People, the community apparently that are playing are really into it.
I've got a really cool basketball net. Does that count?
Well, I mean, totally. You could definitely show that
Breakpoint.
around.
Breakpoint. That's the game. Thank you, Neo. That's the game I bought for $30, and I got Fallout 76 free.
Nice.
Yes, it was a good deal.
Have you played Fallout 76? Oh, yes, you have, eh?
Yeah, with Paul. Paul offered to help me,
Great.
and then he helped me build my house. I put a basketball hoop up,
Yep.
and that was about it.
Brilliant.
The charts actually is quite interesting this week, although it's the same culprits at the top, I guess is the right word. Call of Duty Modern Warfare is 1 because they don't know what else to play. But then GTA 5 is at number 2.
Oh, no.
That's quite interesting, isn't it? For your favourite game.
Why? What? There's no new content for this game. Why is it a number 2?
No, there's no new content. Sometimes it says here why stuff's happening. No, it's just because everyone went, oh, that's excellent. In 5 years, GTA 6 is coming out. I must play number 5 to remind myself.
Oh, yeah, just to make sure I've caught up to speed with what goes on in number 5.
Yes.
Oh, my word. It just
And then
it
Fallout,
hurts.
Fortnite, and then it's Black Ops Cold War dropping down to number 4. Which is interesting. Rainbow Six has gone up a couple places. People have arrived. What was he? There's a foreigner guy that's arrived. He's supposed to be quite good.
Oh, yep.
Roblox has gone up a place. Gang Beasts.
Nice.
Remember that
Game Beasts
last
is
week?
fun.
Yeah, we're not to 10 now. It's gone up a few more places. FIFA 21, which I played last week. Or week before, so that's my fault. Forza 4's dropped down a couple, and then Destiny 2's up one. And then Sea of Thieves, which is down now because everyone played it last week. It's down to 8 to 14.
Oh, yeah. Because everyone's finished it already. Finished
Everyone's
the
done
story.
the campaign bit. Red Dead 2's jumped up a couple of places. It's in the news a lot recently, that game.
Yeah.
I've actually got a story about it later, which is quite funny.
Oh, cool. Okay.
What we got? UFC 4's a re-entry at 21. I wonder why. Interesting. Dark Alliance is dropping. Not enough content, I think, that game.
Man,
Grounded is up
Got-
10 places.
Yeah,
Look at
10
that. That's
places.
actually really cool.
that must be all the achievements that
All the
everyone is
achievements.
like, wait a
People went,
minute.
oh, it has got achievements. And then people working out they're probably not that hard to get or something and just getting into it.
Yeah. That looks awesome.
Look, Skyrim's up another few places from last week.
Oh, my word. Like, okay, guys, I understand, new games are coming and we're on the cusp of, getting a new game once a month type thing at this stage. But please just try something different.
They can't help themselves. Warframe is a re-entry at 39. Need for Speed is dropping off. Remaster's dropping off. Because I played it. Why did everyone play that? Because did it come out? Oh, it must have come to EA and everyone got excited.
Yeah. They came to EA Play and I think everyone did get excited and then everyone remembered, oh, wait a minute.
Do you know, I nearly played it this week.
What stopped you?
I played something else.
That
Sunset
is a
Overdrive.
very good reason.
Sunset Overdrive stopped me in the end.
Well, I mean, that's fair enough. We should give Sunset Overdrive a medal for that, I think.
Oh, yes. Yeah. So, the news. Exciting news. Let's start with the exciting news. Most exciting news at the top of the show. Bus Simulator 21 release date.
Oh, yeah?
Trailer, gameplay. Someone was very excited on Twitter about this game. I think it was Char, actually.
Oh, yeah,
Charmander.
Charmander.
I thought Charmander. She was very excited. This game is crazy. So I was reading this through, going, "Oh yeah. Watch the teaser because it's funny. People driving around buses, but you actually have people on the bus who eat food loudly." It's a whole thing. Like, it's an amazing article. There's amount of detail they've gone into for this now.
That's
It's incredible. It is incredible. I'm trying to find the bit now, but it's a dynamic weather, of course.
Oh,
isn't it?
yep. Just in case, driving a bus in the rain is a bit different to driving the bus in the sun.
That's right. 19-day cycles as well.
And
They have.
the most important question, of course, that you have to ask is, does Bus Simulator have a photo mode?
Ooh, it doesn't actually say.
Because if it doesn't have a photo mode, this game is dead
What's the
to
point?
me.
I might even just not read this if it hasn't got full mode. Might just
Yeah.
drop it.
I mean, You can be as excited as you want for Bus Simulator 21. If there's no photo mode, it's DOA, you know? What's the purpose?
We might have to contact them and tell them, you know. We might have to say, hey guys,
listen here.
You know. So they've got realistic events taking place, like for example, cars blocking the bus stop. A few passengers asking for various odd and special requests, like turning on the climate control, playing music on the bus. You will also be asked to inform people about listening to extremely loud music on the bus while disturbing other passengers, as well as loud talkers. On occasions, you get a few people dodging away from paying tickets or even leaving litter on the seats. Oh no, this is out there. This is completely out there.
I like how this is like the realistic things you'll encounter, and it's the first thing is like just cars parking in your way.
But multiplayer mode.
Oh, does it have like cross progression?
Oh, on Bus Simulator 20. I don't know what you get in Bus Simulator 20 to get cross progression. Amazing.
That's beautiful.
Just amazing. I'm so excited.
No, that's incredible. Well, Bus Simulator 21 shaping up to be the Halo bus simulator that you could ever want.
The Halo bus simulator you ever want. It's like Bus Simulator Infinite.
Bus Simulator Guardians.
Oh dear. Okay, so Battlefield 2042. Bit of a change of tack, a bit of a lower excitement game here. Battlefield 2042.
Oh yeah, that's changing gears slightly.
Changing gears, slipping into this fast lane. Devs tease mysterious new mode in Hazard Zone. I don't know what this is about, but I put it in because people like this game, Battlefield 2042. So it's an entirely new experience they've never done before, but they don't say what it is. Okay. And there's also a Hazard Zone, which is not your classic Battle Royale. It's a high-stake squad-based game mode with a lot of tension. So what is it, like 4v4 or something like that?
Yeah, they're saying the right words.
Yes, it's a bit of a tease. It's good that they're doing something different, though, not just doing
not just
700 people versus 700 people.
Yeah, although I would definitely jump into a 700 versus 700.
Insane, wouldn't it, actually?
It would be fantastic. Just make the map massive, 700 versus 700. Flip. They're like a pair.
Yeah, they're like a pair.
Yep.
Okay. That's an interesting thought. I don't know if pairs will survive very long on a battlefield, though.
Allegedly, but I'm pretty sure.
Allegedly.
I'm pretty sure they can handle themselves. No one likes pairs, you see.
No, true. Wow. Okay, cool. I'll move on quick because that was a bit weird. PlayStation 4 and Xbox Ones are not the only thing that's hard. PlayStations are hard to find as well, just like next-gen consoles. This is a bit weird, actually, but no, you can buy PlayStations and Xbox Ones. New? They've ran out.
Do
you think they're just not making as many? Or do you think this is actually like people going, oh, I want a Series X, but I can't, so I'll get the Xbox One?
I think it's a combination of people finding the previous generation, the current generation hard to find, and then trying to find the previous generation and, snapping those up. And then also, since all the games are coming out to like PS4 and PS5 at the same time, a lot of people who would have been interested in a PS5 have now just decided to buy like a second-hand PS4.
This is all about new ones not being available. I think second-hand are not too bad, but the new ones are...
Yeah, apparently second-hand is, depending where you are, second-hand is just as hard to find as new.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. I should buy a bunch on Trade Me. I'm sure there's a whole lot on Trade Me.
You should, like $50 for 20.
That's right, yeah. The prices are getting pushed up as well. They were selling them for $300 for the 1 gig PlayStation Slim. Now it's doing for $450.
Jeez.
Yeah, so that's huge.
Man, that's amazing.
Yeah. And they're running out of GameStop. GameSpot ran out of the controllers for PlayStation as well, but not Xbox. Which was kind of interesting. Yeah.
Maybe Xbox has better manufacturing. They're just keeping up to speed with things.
It's because you can use Xbox on the controller. He reckons because the controller works on all of them, whereas PlayStation 4 you're kind of restricted to what controller you can use.
Yep,
that's what the keys of the rotors reckons. Oh, my favorite game, Dark Souls, but number 3 is getting an FPS boost up to 60.
This is awesome.
So if you hate yourself and want to see it really pretty, then you can go get an update for Dark Souls 3 on the Xbox.
Yeah, this is very cool. So what I read about this was that they had to come up with a brand new way of doing FPS boost just for this game.
That's right, they did, didn't they? Yes, I remember seeing that in this article, yeah.
So they didn't do it the typical way that they do with the other games to give FPS boosts for. And they had to do it a complete different way. Because for some reason, From Software has updated Dark Souls 3 to run on the PS4 Pro at 60 FPS, but not on the Xbox One X.
Oh, okay. That's weird. Wonder what wasn't ever PlayStation first, was it, or anything, this game?
I don't know. It's been very strange, eh?
Yeah, so it says they worked very closely with Microsoft trying to get it working. Yeah, right. Okay. From Software. Interesting. I thought, that was, yeah. Oh, will you be playing it?
No.
Excellent.
Not in the slightest. I like my life too much to play Dark Souls. Plus, I'm already playing a game on hard.
Oh, that's right, yes.
Inconceivable Iron Man mode. So I already hate myself to do that, you know?
So you have levels of hate. Well, there might be, once you crack this game, you'll be like, Dark Souls, whatever, and just bring it on.
Yeah, maybe. We'll see. We'll see how we feel.
Okay. Three's pretty good. Yeah, Master Seconds. Halo Infinite multiplayer beta is creeping closer, and we'll test the game at scale, not stale, scale. So this comes from community director Brian Jarrett. He says there will be soon, within week, each week is creeping closer, he says. Because the game's out in October, it's on November time, which is not that long away, really, for getting some testing in.
That's awesome.
Isn't somebody we know on the inside already playing it on his PC?
Not playing it, because I don't think the inside is out yet.
Oh, okay. I thought he had some invites to stuff or something. I thought something happened.
No, I think he's just getting ready to play this game.
Right, okay. So sign up at the free Halo Insider program from the sound of this article, and you're basically going to get an invite to the beta at some point. May not be the first beta, but it sounds like you're getting there somewhere just because they want to try and break it.
Yeah, you're going to get into the multiplayer beta, which will be awesome. Awesome fun.
Yeah, it'll be also fun, yeah. Have you ever played Halo multiplayer, have you?
I've played it a bit when it was split screen multiplayer on the 360.
Couch co-op.
Yeah, I was playing against someone who was particularly very good because it was the only game they had for years on end. And so it's not very fun.
It's like GoldenEye, isn't it? If you play against someone good at GoldenEye on the split screen, and they know where you're standing, then you're just kind of like, oh, okay, I'm just going to die. Mostly.
You're just like spawn and die.
Spawn and die, sniper. You're like, yep.
Yep. So yeah, it's not that fun. So I think jumping into the multiplayer for this, where it's going to be more dynamic in a way, will probably be nicer.
I'll be interested, but I've not played any Halo multiplayer at all. Not even on like dual screen or nothing, split screen. So it'll be interesting.
Yeah, from what I can tell with the Halo community, number 5's multiplayer is apparently the best.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Which is going to be interesting for 6, which is number 3, which is free, basically, which is kind of cool as well. The multiplayer is free. It's just available. Everyone can play it.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. It's definitely going to take the fight to, COD and Fortnite and stuff, I think.
Yeah, the game that's coming out is going to cost $70. It's going to be struggling, I think, against Halo.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. Minecraft gets R rating in South Korea.
Yes, I saw this.
So weird. Okay, so it's something to do. What does it do? Oh, right. Okay, so it's something to do with the Cinderella law, which strict legislation. Can't say that. Legislation, which restricts games that can be played by children between the hours of midnight and 6 a.m. So they basically made it R rating because of Xbox changing their Xbox Live accounts restrictions.
Yeah.
They did that in 2012, though, which was also interesting.
So it's very strange.
It is. Yeah. Because Minecraft has shifted to Xbox Live logins only, which means you must be over 19, which means that any kid cannot play it. So that's why it comes R-rated.
It seems stupid to have a law that restricts what hours people can play games.
Yes.
It seems very draconian to me. Like, who cares? That shouldn't be up to the government to decide. It should be up to the parents.
And don't they have issues with kids playing just not stopping and dying where they're sat?
Yeah, there's a couple stories about people playing StarCraft to the point where they played for so long that they stood up and instantly had a heart attack. And I think,
because that was Japan, wasn't it, that happened, right?
yeah, I think it was Japan. But still, I think, let the parents decide a bit. And Microsoft has those really cool family controls.
Family features, that's right. Yeah. Yep.
So just, work with the family features on Xbox. And if you're not allowed kids to play, then just say, Xbox Live must say, if an Xbox Live account is under 19 years of age, these are the accounts that they block from signing in or something.
Yes.
But it seems very draconian, very, like...
It's a yes or no, isn't it? It's too kind of like not really thought about it. They've just gone, oh, well, no, that's obviously you can't play that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very 1984, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
So,
there's been a petition, but I don't know how difference that will make.
Yeah. I always thought that the South Korean government was pretty, forward thinking and onto things. But that makes them sound like they're a bit of
but the populace can't be trusted.
Yeah.
It's been exciting though. Change is Game Pass, which everyone knows about. There's some stuff coming out in July.
There's so much stuff
coming in July. There's a whole bunch of stuff coming in July. So it's pretty good. So I start on July 6th here, but so Quest Builders comes out, Tropic Quest 6, UFC 4. That's why it hit. It's on July 8th. UFC 4 appeared on Game Pass.
That's why everyone's
That's
playing
why it's in the charts. There you go. Blood Roots, Farming Simulator 19, and Medium. As Medium must be a cloud one then, because didn't that come out day one anyway?
Yeah. The Medium. They just dropped the...
Oh, they've dropped the... Okay. And there's lots of DLC as well. There's Plague Tale Innocence is getting an update.
Yeah. Have you jumped in with it since it's got the Series X update?
I've never played it before. I've heard it's quite good though. I think it's Neo's favourite game from at least.
It's fantastic. It looks amazing now in 4K. So I'm definitely going to have to restart that.
Astroneer, which I purchased that game and played it for like about an hour.
Oh man, we must jump into Astroneer sometime. It's so good.
It's cool. It's got jet powered now, whatever that is. There's an update for that too.
Awesome.
Black Desert Corsair update is coming out. Some game called Doom Eternal, little game, is getting a Series XS update.
Yeah, that's with the ray tracing and everything.
Ray tracing, yes. Gears 5 is getting Operation 7 update.
Mm-hmm.
Rainbow Six is getting Season 2 update.
Man.
Destiny 2 is getting Solstice of Heroes. Solstice of Heroes?
Solstice.
I know that I was wrong. Will be available until August 3rd. I don't know what that means. Oh, I see. So it's coming out now, and you're playing until August 3rd to get some shiny armor. Yes.
Upgrade it until it glows.
Exactly, yeah. Also, Space Jam, a new Legacies come out. This is the gifts, the benefit and gifts bit you get.
Yes.
Black Desert special gift bundles, Apex Legends Protocol 3 weapons charm, and World of Warships gets Navy of the Realm.
Okay.
Yeah, that's quite good.
Yeah,
some stuff
awesome.
coming out. Yeah. There's some games leaving, but you can get the 10 to 20% discount bit, which you often forget about. So when games leave, while they're still there, you can still get some discount on them.
And I think that discount lasts for a while after they've left as well, from what I've seen.
Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay. Yeah. So what, UFC 2, UFC, Endless Space 2, Crosscode, and Downwell are all leaving.
Cool. Well, yeah. Didn't know those games were on there.
Yeah, I know, exactly. Yes. So this is interesting. This is what happens when PCs get into amongst consoles, I think. And then people start cheating. So next-gen cheat tech could ruin console multiplayer for every game. So there's some tech that's coming out, and it sits on the Xbox rather than on the PC side.
I was watching a video about this today.
Really? Okay.
Machine
AI,
learning.
basically.
Yeah. So it uses machine learning to detect enemy players, and as long as the enemy player is in frame, it does the calculations that are needed for you to get a perfect headshot.
Yep.
And then it does it for you.
Yep. Sounds amazing. I need that.
Yeah. It's
yeah. In the current form, you need a PC and a capture card, so it sucks the information out of the Xbox and then does stuff and then sends it back again.
Yeah, it's very... I mean, if you're playing these games and you're cheating, like you're using an aimbot and it's a multiplayer game, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your life? Why
is the
cheat?
question. Yeah.
You're not impressing anyone. You're not making the game fun for anyone else. You get to the top of the leaderboard. Well done. Good for you. Then what? You're going to jump into another game and cheat again?
That's exactly what happens, though. It's right. It's exactly what happens.
But I don't... It's not fun. The fun in the game comes from, beating a challenge, being better than you were. Using hacks like this, like auto-aim and aimbot and things like that. What's the purpose?
We do not know. That's why we don't do it.
Yeah, I mean, sure, it feels good to win, but after a while, you can just watch a YouTube video of someone getting headshots and basically...
Which is pretty much what you're doing, is being a YouTube video, yeah. Especially with that, which seems to record the video and work it out for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite interesting.
I don't...
Yeah, being a troll.
Yeah. Like, okay, so... And trolls as well. Like, yeah, so what do you get out of it? You get to make someone feel bad. Cool. And then what? Are you going to like go, ha, got you? Are they going to ever know that you were trolling them? Or are they ever going to be like, man, this guy's so good, I should add him as a friend? Or
I wish I was like
so good, I wish I was him. Cheating in games like this frustrates me because it takes the fun out of the game for the person cheating. It takes the fun out of the game for the people being cheated on. It takes the fun out of the developers because rather than adding cool features and, fixing bugs in their game, they then got to focus on anti-cheat methods and things.
Yeah,
and
chasing bugs and stuff like that, yeah.
And then remember that anti-cheat method that like Sony ended up shipping in some of their games to computer that ended up getting into the CPU kernel and being spyware.
Oh, nice.
And the only way to get rid of it was with a format reinstall, and you had to wipe your BIOS because it was basically like a BIOS key as well.
Wow, okay. No, I didn't hear about that. Jeez.
Oh, it was big in early 2000s. So I don't understand. And okay, like Simone is saying, that maybe it lets them get considered for esports. So kind of like steroids in sports.
But that's what it is, isn't it? So especially playing like, what's a massive game that one plays on Counter-Strike? Actually getting into the top levels, you have to kind of win and you have to get so many kills and whatever. So I think that's when they use it a lot.
Yeah. But I mean, then you get into the esports and suddenly you're on this esport team, right? You're not going to use hacks, and you're going to be instantly bad because you haven't spent that time practicing and honing your skill.
Yeah. You get kicked out, don't you?
Immediately. Like practically the second day you're there, they'll be like, this guy isn't all he's cracked up to be, so kick him out.
Yep.
Oh man, I can rant for ages on the whole cheating thing because I just find it to be so, it just ruins the game for everyone involved, including the devs who then have to spend time fixing this this cheating thing.
So we play Destiny 2 sometimes and we get sick of people that are too, like the leveling's wrong. Like you're playing against someone who's obviously really, really good.
Yeah.
And you just turn around and you die. You're like, okay, well, what's the point of playing this? He's obviously got the best guns. He's been playing this for hours and hours and knows what he's doing.
And I mean,
just
when
like
you're busy, in the beginning, when it's working out where you should be ranked and who you should be playing against, then I have no problem with some games you get where you just get dominated and you're like the lowest of the low. And then other games where you dominate and you're just the top of the leaderboard. Because that's the engine, the game engine, working out, okay, maybe he's not as good as this person, but not as bad as this person. So it kind of knows where to slot you.
But the best games we've had is ones where you win by 1 point and it's the last kill of the game and it's like 2 seconds to go. That's the best game. And you sit back going, I need to go for a walk. that was insane.
And like, you've won because you've actually gone like, wait a minute, someone's going to come around the corner, throw a grenade. And that grenade has gone off as the time is hit. And you've won because of that type of thing,
Yep. Yeah.
You walk away from that feeling like a king. You're like, I am the destiny god.
I am the best.
Bow down to me, peons.
And you just log out because you're done. You're like, I can't do any better than that.
Yep, that's it. You just, close the game, throw your Xbox out the window. I'm never going to get better than that.
Yep, I agree. New game coming out. Let's change subject.
Cool. Let's go into something more positive.
Blightbound.
What is Blightbound?
Why did I put this in? I think I put this in for a reason. I can't remember what it was now. Oh, it just looks like fun. Game. So it's coming on. It's a dungeon crawler. That's coming out, and cross-player, 3 players to team up and fight each other. Sometimes these games are quite good because they're all simple. You know what I mean? Like you kind of just get and just like hacking and slashing and pressing lots of buttons. They can kind of be quite good fun.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you just want to smash some buttons and be cool.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And make lots of flashy lights happen,
Yeah.
which is
And just,
kind of what looks like it'll happen.
yeah, just can't see what's going on the screen, but you know things are happening because your controller's vibrating.
That's right. And I keep leveling up real fast, so this is cool.
Yep, this is awesome.
I just saw this and I thought this looks like fun. Sometimes you just need a fun,
Yeah, no,
relaxing
exactly.
button masher.
Just a button masher makes you feel cool. Cool music, cool story. With some really cool bosses, you know?
Yep. It's all looting, there's crafting, you can enhance your characters. There's distinct roles for each of the characters, so you have to work together. And one of the things that was interesting was it does say it's largely dependent on how your team performs, depending on how much. Okay, so I'll start this again. So another way to improve your individual character is playing as that character. So, for example, the mage is responsible for healing, and the warrior is responsible for blocking damage, and assassins for interrupting enemies. The more they work together, the more your skills enhance.
Oh, okay.
I thought that's really interesting. So if you actually do what you're supposed to do, be a mage and actually help everybody, you're going to get more rewards out of that than just being a button masher, I guess.
Oh, okay. Awesome.
Oh, that's really interesting. Yeah, it's quite a good take on it. So you can kind of work together and go, okay, you warrior guy, I will look after you. And warrior guy goes and does stuff. And then, yeah, the healer behind him helps him and you get better skills.
Hey, that's
Specific
cool.
skill sets would enhance, it says.
Yeah, that's
that's quite a cool take on it. Yeah, that's why I dropped it in. I thought it was a good button masher. And there's a nice little tweak to make you play actually properly.
Yeah, to make you think about how you're playing, which is quite cool.
Yeah, and talk to each other and go, hey, I'm going to run in there. Can you look after me and stuff like that? So I thought that was...
Going in...
Please help me. Help me, please.
Help.
I'm going to die. Not just stand behind somebody.
Oh, brilliant.
Another game that's coming out called Blackwind. You play as an untrained teen. I think I just put this in because it looked bizarre. Okay, so you're playing as a untrained teen who's found himself inside a black framed mech suit and must fight to the Rachnos in the journey across the planet. Don't know what that is. But what it is, you have a sentinel AI drone that helps you and can be controlled by a second player and local co-op.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought this sounds quite cool.
Are there any cool pictures for it?
No, nothing at all. Let's have a look at the page. I'll go to the actual page itself.
Good idea.
Well, there's a video. Is there a video? Yeah, it's coming out later this year. It's a sci-fi hack and slash combat. But I thought it was quite cool that you actually have like an AI guy helping you, which can be a second player.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, it's a bit like is it Ori has a light? One of these games has a light.
Oh, that's Child of Light.
Child Light, yeah. The second player can be the light sometimes, can't they?
Yeah, and they can help you out with things.
Help you out, yeah. So that's quite cool. It's quite a good take on stuff again.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Just different mechanics is interesting sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Always doing the same thing. The video doesn't work. True Achievements is broken. Which is a shame. Witcher 3 is also getting a next-gen update.
Yes, I saw this.
What's more interesting about this, they're actually going to do a DLC for it as well, which is inspired on the Netflix show.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite cool.
Did you see the cover art for the new next-gen launch?
I did, yes.
How cool does it look?
It looks pretty cool. Yeah, it might even be on the original, actually.
It looks like they're taking some cues from Henry Cavill.
There you go. Oh, I've clicked on it. What's going to happen? Into Twitter we go.
Into Twitter. Hold tight.
Oh, yeah, here we go.
There was a side-by-side that they did as well.
Oh, I didn't see that.
So if you go to the actual Witcher account.
Oh, God. Okay. Now we're going into deep, dark world of Twitters.
Deep, dark world of the Twitters.
Oh, there's someone waving at me. No, this is not going to work live. No. Oh, there's a guy in the bath.
Yep, Gerald in the bath. He's always good in the bath.
Anywho, what I thought was good is the fact that the DLC was inspired by the Netflix show.
Yeah, that's going to be quite cool to see.
And it's free as well, isn't it? So, you get the Xbox update, Series X update, and you get some DLC. Yeah.
You've bought this game, eh?
Yes. Do I need to complete this game then so I can get the DLC?
I don't think you need to complete it to get the DLC. I think it'll just appear.
Oh, no, to play the DLC properly, that's what I mean.
Oh, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But I'm just hanging out for the next gen update, and then I'm going to be jumping into this game and probably not playing anything else until it's done.
Of course.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly, I know. It doesn't say when it's actually coming out. It does say end of the year. That's all it's got.
Yeah. And it's amazing that it's all free. CD Projekt Red's doing free DLC, free update. It's going to be great.
Yep.
And I think it's like constantly on special on the Xbox store.
Oh yeah, I picked it up for like $8 or something ridiculous with
Yeah.
with the Wild Hunt or whatever it's called.
Yeah, the Game of the Year edition, I think
that's it.
Is like $15 if you catch it on a bad day.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. Yep. That's right. I bought that game ages ago and started it as well.
Now you're gonna have to restart and look at the pretty.
Yes. Yes. We always go, I'll play it later. I'll play it when the update comes out.
Yes. I'm hanging out for Cyberpunk, the next gen update for that, and then I'll play it
that'll
as well.
be like what, 5 years or so?
No,
We'll come at the same time as GTA 6, I suspect.
No, they'll probably do they'll release it at the same time as the Witcher next gen update, just to punish people
for being rude. Yep.
Yeah, for being rude. Here we go. Here's two next gen updates. Now spend 200 hours in each game.
Mario 64 sold for 1.56 million.
Yeah.
Smashing a record that Zelda had set a few days earlier. So Zelda, a copy of Legends of Zelda sold for $870,000, which isn't bad, you know, a little bit of a limited edition. And then the Mario 64 came in, N64 game, 1.65 million, 56 million. Just quite a lot, really.
Just a bit.
25-year-old game.
Do you read things like this and do you wonder, maybe I should buy Pokemon cards and just hang on to them for 25 years?
No, I think I should not have sold my N64. That's what I think. I sold it for like £40. I was coming out into this country because I was nothing to carry. My mate was like, I want to buy it for you so I can complete with Zelda. I was like, oh, sweet, you buy it and it'll take me season me carrying it. 40 quid, not 1.4 million.
Yeah,
1.5 million.
If it was sealed, like...
Oh, yeah, sure.
That would have been millions and millions.
Yeah. Exactly.
We are in a very strange world, aren't we?
Yes, we are. For a game I remember in my lifetime, yes.
Yes.
It's not like it's that old.
I read this and I thought maybe my retirement plan should be buying lots of Pokemon cards, keeping them sealed, and just hanging on for the next 25 years, and then selling sealed Pokemon cards for like millions of dollars each, and just retire on that.
Yep. Perfect. But you have to put them in like an airtight sealed container or something though.
Yeah.
Because this was the highest graded copy of the game to date. So it's like a 9.8 A++ sealed.
Which is really good, apparently.
Yes, allegedly. Super Mario Brothers did sell for 660,000 in April. Man.
And did you see there was that copy of Skyrim that sold for $600?
No.
The 360 edition also was sealed. Not a special edition, just a normal sealed Skyrim 360, Xbox 360 edition, sold for $600. This is why I keep all my art books sealed for like all the collector's editions I buy. My retirement plan, I'm going to retire by selling these art books that I've never opened.
Okay. It never works out though. It just never works out that way.
Well, I mean, one day someone's going to be like, I have $2 million and I want this art book about WoW. And I'll be like, hey, I have this art book about WoW and I would like $2 million.
We should have a chat. We should talk.
Yeah, let's go golf.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. There you go. Reason to play golf. Forza Horizon 5, little game coming out.
Yes.
At some point this year. There's been some information come out about it. More details, new details that come out about it. As expected, it will be the largest cities, the most expansive highways, even animals roaming around in the road. I'm sure there was cows and stuff walking around the last one.
There's sheep that you can never hit.
That's right, yeah. The weather's changed as well. So, previously the weather would be if it's in autumn, it rains, and if it's in summer, it's nice. So the weather will change depending on where you are.
Yes.
So if you're in Mexico, you'll get thunderstorms and sunshine. But if you're in a different region, you'll get sandstorms or blizzards.
Yeah. And from what I was reading, that the map and the draw distance is so expansive that you can be in one region and you can watch a sandstorm come in over another region.
Wow. I'll go nice and high and watch stuff. Oh, well, from the volcano.
Yeah.
There'll be convertibles. You can press a button.
Oh, yes. Convertibles.
Convertibles, yes. Lots of new rims, lots of upgrades. And they were talking about something that's not in this article. They're talking about the sound as well.
Yeah.
But they're actually doing, what are they calling it? It's like Dolby Sound or something they're calling it. Something ridiculous, isn't it?
Yeah,
or HDR sound or something?
It uses ray tracing for the sound.
Ray tracing, that's right. Yeah, so it bounces off sound stuff, and it will work out where the sound's supposed to come from.
And you're getting audio upgrades, so you can put like mufflers and things on your car to make the car sound better or different.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, you not only are you just like changing the car's look with the new rims and a spoiler, but you can actually add like air intakes and mufflers and things like that to make your car sound like a bit of a street boy racer.
Nice. Make it pop every time you put your foot down and stuff.
Yeah. Get that kss, kss.
I want
to time to change gears.
Bit of that. I like that bit. The bang noise as it goes. Can you get fire? Everyone wants fire at the back of the exhaust as well.
Oh yeah, that'll be great. Just a button that fire just comes out the exhaust. Would love it.
There's another game coming out by the guys that did XCOM called Phoenix Point Corrupted Horizons.
Interesting. Okay.
Yes. It actually looks quite cool. So it is literally another XCOM though. I put this in for young Paul, so I know he likes this sort of thing. I don't know, it looks like XCOM. I'm trying to find if there was any reason I put it in here other than it's XCOM and it's the same guys that do XCOM. But it's not XCOM, which I thought was interesting.
Not XCOM, but it's an XCOM-like tactics game for young Paul.
By XCOM people.
By XCOM people, cool.
Yeah, XCOM people made a game not called XCOM. But it's the same as XCOM.
Okay. But obviously they know what they do really well and they're just sticking with it, eh?
Yes, that's right. Yes. Everyone's excited by it anyway. The people were very excited. There's a free upgrade to next gen.
Ooh.
Turn-based strategy. Will you play this game if you complete Gears Tactics? Will you be an XCOM person?
I could definitely be an XCOM person if Gears Tactics has taught me anything. But I think I'm more playing Gears Tactics because it's a Gears game. And I'm a huge Gears fan, so...
Fair dues. I missed a story. So we talked about this actually briefly. The X Screen laptop that's coming out.
Ah, yes. This looks really cool.
Looks really cool. Through GPN, we've actually got a bunch of information about it from the press release.
Ah, yes.
Quite cool. So there'll be an article coming out of that at some point. So how it works is it's like a screen that you clip onto your Series S, and it turns it into a laptop. Doesn't have specs here for it. So it gives you a HDMI cable. You don't actually need to do anything. It just plugs in, and it extends all your power and all that sort of cool stuff. So doesn't say. I've got information. I'm sure it's like a 16-inch screen or something like that.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Does it say on here? I could probably dig out all the information on it, but yeah. So it's on Kickstarter currently. Costs $190 to $140. $190, £140, which isn't too bad really for what it is for a nice high quality screen. Gives you HDMI, USB ports, all of the Series S, kind of extended out.
Oh, nice. Okay. So you still got to plug your Series S into power. So does that have like power pass through or something?
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't actually require any extra power cables as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Man. And it's an Aussie one.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So we need Aussie people to hold one of these so we can look at it and test it.
Cool.
So it turns your Series S into a mobile laptop, basically. A mobile laptop opposed to a non-mobile laptop.
Yeah. That's amazing.
That's a weird sentence. I just read it mobile laptop style. I was like, well, a laptop is mobile, so that's it.
Yeah, kind of a moot point.
I apologize for that sentence. Elite Dangerous has come out with an update called Odyssey.
Yes.
And it broke everything, it seems.
Yeah, fair enough.
So they've actually delayed it onto console. So the PC one came out, and its frame rate drops, buggy planet generation, lots of issues, basically. So they've come out and said, we're going to delay the console version for a bit for 2021, but I don't know what that actually means, because it could mean Christmas, really. So if you're playing the PC version, just hold tight, because it looks like they're trying to fix it.
Yeah.
And if you're playing the console version, hold tight, because they're not going to release it until they fix it.
Yeah. And this game was pretty cool, because you never get out your ship. So it was quite an interesting one. And then I think Odyssey decided that you're actually getting out your ship and walking around now, which is quite weird.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, okay. Massive undertaking, does say, yeah, actually.
So very strange. I quite like the idea of, a space game where you're just in your ship and you never get out of it.
Oh yeah,
you,
it was always elite, wasn't it? Yeah, that was always how it played.
Yeah, it makes you, because it's
You know,
the game is so big that you have to be intentionally limited in a way, if you know what I mean.
yeah, so there's tens of thousands of new destinations going to be added. There's 400 billion star systems and all this sort of stuff.
Yeah,
So
because they pretty much made the Milky Way to scale for this game.
holy,
Yeah, yeah,
okay.
it's pretty good. Yeah, if you haven't played Elite Dangerous, it's pretty fun. But it's one of those games that definitely rewards you at about the 100-hour mark because you finally figure out how to play it properly.
And you don't keep crashing every time you park up.
Yeah, yeah, no, that's the worst part about it.
I remember that was first played the original Elite, and I could never really land properly. It was always hard to land and actually get it into the space because you got to make yourself rotate at the same time as the space station.
Yep, and so you got to rotate and then do all sorts of things. Elite Dangerous in VR is probably the best selling thing for VR.
Yep. Goodbye, Rebecca. Rebecca's left. There's an update for Insider, which fixes quick resume. Have you ever had issues with quick resume?
Yeah, some games don't like quick resume at all.
Ah, interesting. Because I've been quite lucky with it. I've had a couple of games when it first came out, it was having issues, like it wouldn't actually resume properly. They just restarted. Is that what you're getting? Is it sometimes?
So sometimes with the quick resume, it puts you back on the game menu, so the main menu, and when you click start, nothing happens. The music continues playing, the game screen continues going, but it just never kicks off that you've clicked something, but it also just takes away all input from the game. So you have to go back to screen, exit the game from home screen, and then reload it.
Okay. So this update will fix that, allegedly. Allegedly. It's an insider patch, I'll say. I'm saying allegedly because there's another story I've got here, which is Xbox One users experience black screen of death on new Insiders console update. So
yeah, I was just going to make sure you've got that.
Yes, I did see that. There. And I got them both one after another. I got one, I was like, oh, that's really interesting. I got the next one, 10 minutes later. I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah, we've got this patch that fixes things. How does it fix it? It turns your Xbox off.
Yeah, well, the problem goes away.
You can't have a bug if there's nothing for the bug to run on.
No screen to see. So what it does fix, though, is it includes issues of Microsoft Edge not working, controller inputs not registering, which is possible what you're thinking with your... Yeah, and audio not playing for Dolby Atmos is enabled. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Oh, there's a link. I'm not going to talk through because it's probably boring. But then this Xbox One users experience black screen of death after Insider console update.
Is this just Xbox One users, or is this
it says Xbox One specifically, yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, clearly Microsoft's like, do you know what would be good around now? The Series X.
Yeah, you should buy one of those guys, yeah.
Have you heard about this new console we have? It doesn't crash.
The fix for it's interesting. Oh, it's going to be top tip of the week. How to fix it.
Should sing the song.
Top tip of the week. Okay.
Top tip of the week.
So how you fix it is you take any games out of the disk drive, you hold down the Xbox button on the console's face. I don't know, my console had a face. Anyway, for 5 seconds to completely shut it down. I hope it's not watching me. From there, press both the Xbox button and the eject button simultaneously and hold them until you hit 2 beeps. Once this is done, the console should bring up a menu which you can choose to reset it while still keeping all games and apps. Choose this option and then hopefully it should fix the problem.
Oh, yes. I had to do this when my Xbox One X was crashing.
No, when you had to send it back in the end?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know you could do that. Top tip.
Top tip of the week.
I like it. I'm going to try. We have to find some music for top tip of the week.
Yeah, we got to find something. We'll find someone. If anyone can sing top tip of the week in a really cool voice, just let us know.
Matt.
Send it in. Email it to us. Email it to us at
hello at thexboxcast.co.nz.
And we will put your top tip of the week song into our podcast.
Yes. Brilliant. Next story. Did you know Red Dead Redemption 2 has real life benefits?
What?
It's amazing this. I want to be on these studies. Why do I not get invited for these studies?
Maybe you should tweet that hashtag I want to be on studies.
Please let me study stuff. So what they're saying is Red Dead Redemption has educated lots of players on animals.
Oh, okay. I thought that was going a completely different way.
Yes. So what they're saying is this the full article? This seems like missing some of the article actually. So what they're saying is these people can identify 10 to 15 animals from photographs on average, more than those who haven't played it.
Okay.
The study involved 500 people.
Oh, that's pretty good going.
They did say that you had to be over 18, really, because a lot of the animals are way more aggressive in the game than actually in real life.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They say that educational videos are not actually that good because people know they're educational. They kind of go,
Yep.
It's not that interesting. So making Red Dead 2 kind of educational, inadvertently educational, I guess.
Brilliant.
You know, you're chasing after a deer. Oh, that's a deer. I recognize that deer.
It's a deer. It gives me hats.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, they do see maybe Grand Theft Auto 6 could come out with some educational facts when it comes out in a few years.
Yeah. Here's how you hotwire a car.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. So I thought that was really funny. But I want to be on these. Give me game. Let me do stuff and talk to you about it. Please.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let us study some games.
Study some games. I can be an educational study.
The educational study.
Yes, I remember when I was reading it, I was just thinking of what was it? Odyssey. Was it Odyssey had the educational mode or something?
Yeah, I think Origins and Odyssey.
Origins was it? Education mode.
Education
we
mode.
We had education mode for a podcast title for the week, didn't we?
Yeah, it was
education mode.
Education edition or something.
Education edition. Microsoft calls for an end of Get Good. I think this is actually good because this is exactly how I play. So the way back when Dead Souls came out and everyone got all carried away and decided that every game should be really, really, really hard.
Yep.
And if you can't complete it, then it's your own fault for being rubbish. Get good. Along with Cuphead came out at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Lots of gamer douchebaggery, as they say here. So what's happened is Microsoft have tweeted out and said beating the game in the lowest difficulty is still beating the game.
Yep. That's awesome.
And Double Fine came out and said Psychonauts 2 with invisibility toggled on still counts as beating the game.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah, it's so cool, isn't it? Yeah, because it's kind of how I play now. I'm sick of trying to play the hardest mode. I'll be challenged, but when it gets on, I'm like, oh, Jesus, I just want to see what the story does. And
I mean, sometimes you're playing a game to relax, remember? So at some point, you just want to relax and play the game.
That's right, yeah.
You don't want to sit on the edge of your seat, gritting your teeth, cracking your teeth and having to go to the dentist because you're so focused and trying to beat this one part of it.
I was reading about Cameron, who's completed the whole of Halo on Heroic on his own solo. Halo 4, solo, Jeez. Heroic. I'm like, dude.
That's insane.
Yeah, no, that's nuts. Yeah.
I think this is the thing, there's that whole discussion with difficulties in games, like the difficulty settings. And everyone keeps saying, you can't have difficulty in game because it ruins the developer's vision, especially From Software's vision. And I'm just like, why not?
Doesn't the developer want you to just play the game and enjoy yourself? Isn't that the whole point of the game?
If you play the game and enjoy it, you're going to buy the next game. And what they should do is, okay, if they want to make it hard, they should have a recommended. Okay, this is the recommended difficulty. This is how the developer intends you to play the game. And then everyone goes, cool, okay, that's the recommended one. And then they can drop the difficulty down or raise it up.
Interesting. So not a game related, like doing any sort of I was thinking of Jedi Fallen Order, which has a story mode, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I was messing around with Wreckfest, and how that works is they start you on the lowest of the low levels, and then they slowly automatically increase the levels. So the first race you do, you win by lots, and they go, oh, okay, and they bump it up by 1. And then they tell you, they say, we're bumping it hard by a point. And I'm on like beginner 6 now or something, because you kind of just increases it. I wonder if they should do that with games.
Yeah, like how Horizon does it, Forza Horizon, They say, you're winning races a lot pretty easily. Right. We're going to up the difficulty for a bit.
But I think they should be clever about it and do it in the background, not tell you.
Yeah.
Because I think psychologically, as soon as you see it go to, because you go to semi-pro or pro on Forza and you go, oh, this is going to be really hard. But if you're just playing and getting better anyway, then you just kind of get better at the game. You do get good, I guess, because you're just kind of being gently let into it.
Yeah, and I mean, and then at any point, if you go, oh, this is too hard, you can go into the settings and go, oh, okay, I'll drop the difficulty down a bit. But imagine playing, say, Forza Horizon 4, and you're winning, but it's really challenging, and you go, oh man, it's just too much challenging, and you go to the difficulty settings, and you look, and you go, oh, actually, I was playing on Master +2.
Exactly, I had no idea, and actually, yeah.
You're going to be like, oh my word, maybe I am better than I am. I'm going to leave this difficulty here because obviously it's where I should be.
Yeah. Yeah. I let Forza do what it wants to do. I go, yeah, if it bumps me up, I'll just bump it up. I don't mind.
Yeah, if it bumps you up, it clearly knows what's going on.
In theory.
But yeah, I still think there should be more, story modes and invincibility modes and things like that for games. Because at the end of the day, you don't pick up a book and people go, this book is really hard.
That's right. Lots of big words.
This book is like a 10 out of 10 difficulty. You kind of just pick up a book and go, this is interesting. And then you read it. And then you decide how difficult or how easy it is to read.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I think things should be like that. You don't go into the movie theater and people are like, are you sure you want to go in? This is a difficult movie.
Oh, it's foreign. You have to read.
Yeah, it's a foreign film. You're playing on expert mode.
Yeah.
If you miss a line, you're going to lose the entire story. Iron Man, movie watching.
Don't fall asleep. I like to have a snooze sometimes in movies because you always have a quiet bit in the middle. You have a snooze, you wake up, and then you can get back into it again.
Yeah, that's how you're getting old, eh?
Yep.
Oh, my dad fell asleep during Independence Day.
Oh, what was I watching? I watched something really loud, and what was it? It kept waking me up when there was a big bang, and then I'd fall asleep again. And I can't remember what the movie. It was like an Independence Day sort of movie, and it was so bad though. It was so boring.
Oh, so good.
Oh, it was 12 Monkeys. I slept through 12 Monkeys.
Oh, my word.
Yeah, it was really confusing to wake up every so often.
I can imagine. Jeez.
It's a crazy movie anyway. And you just wake up going, what's he doing? And then you just kind of fall asleep again.
Have you tried to watch it when you've been awake?
Oh, I've watched it since. Yeah, okay. I think I just had a bad day or something. Like, it's been like a heavy week. And it was a bit quiet and warm. And you just kind of have a snooze.
Yeah, then nothing can stop you, eh?
Yeah. It was just one of those. I watched it again. I was like, oh, okay, this makes more sense now. Now I see the whole movie rather than just snippets.
And not just the explosions.
Not the explosion bit, yes.
Oh, so good.
Stupid thing. Yeah. This is EA. EA being its best. We love EA. Yeah. EA dual entitlements now exclusive to $99 versions of games. So dual entitlement is when you buy a game for your Xbox One and it works on your Xbox Series X or S.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what all the games do, basically. Except EA games. And PlayStation games. So normally you buy a game for $60 and it works on the PlayStation 1 or PlayStation 4. PlayStation 4, Xbox One.
Mm-hmm.
And then you get an update. Previous to FIFA 22, you get a free update to the next gen.
Mm-hmm.
As of FIFA 22, they're now going to charge you $99.99 for the cross-gen bundles. Yeah, so $60 buys you the PlayStation 4, Xbox One version. $100 or an extra $40 buys you the PlayStation 5 or the Series XS version. It's amazing. It's amazing. The fact that they're trying to do this, I worry that everyone else is going to copy them. That's my biggest concern about this.
I hope not. But I mean, have you ever watched in real time a company try so hard to be irrelevant?
But they got their biggest quarter ever last month.
Yeah, and I think that's probably not helping.
No, not at all.
It's stupid. I mean, if you buy a game, it should work. And if they're going to upgrade it to the Series X version, then it should just work,
So we talked about The Witcher just now, who bring out an update. And they're bringing out free DLC as well, which encourages people to go and get the update. Because you're like, oh, cool, get some DLC. So rather than just updating again, they're actually spending time and money and doing more to it than that as well. And then you got EA.
On the opposite end of the spectrum completely.
Yeah, it's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, you know what people pay for? Game upgrades.
Game upgrades. $40 to get the same game again, slightly prettier though. And the work for them to do it, they probably code it in 4K anyway, so it'll probably work for them to do it. It's not huge.
Yeah.
Because a lot of those 360 games already would have worked at 4K or 1080 anyway, because it was already kind of written in that way.
Yeah. So it is literally just, taking out features to upsell you.
I just shook my head. I was like, right, wow, really?
Yeah, you kind of read it and you go, that's the most EA thing I've ever heard of.
I know, yeah, thanks EA. Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Oh, remember we had an entire podcast where we just kept saying thanks EA.
Thank you, EA. Yeah, because it was talking about loot boxes.
Yes.
This when Battlefront 2 was at its best.
Oh, man. Yeah, thanks, EA.
Thanks EA.
Thanks for, scraping the bottom of the barrel and proving to the world that you can go lower.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, you have hit in the bottom now. Though they could probably go lower. They could probably charge more, I guess. No.
Yeah, no, we should be grateful they're only charging, $100
$40. Exactly. Yeah, it's going to cost us loads more than that, isn't it?
Yeah. Gosh.
Some good news, though.
Yep.
Gears of War devs released the first screenshot of the Unreal Engine 5 tech demo on the Series X. Yes.
And does it not look super pretty?
I thought you might like this.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. So there's isn't there a thing happening on the 20th of July where they're actually going to go into detail about this?
Yeah, so they're going to show off something interesting.
What's it called? Oh, I found it. I can't find it now. Go on.
I don't think it's the Gears 6 because they have one more operation for Gears 5 and they say Gears 6 will only start production after Operation 8 of Gears 5. So this might be a different game that they're building around the Unreal Engine 5 engine as a way to get around, like to figure out how it works before transitioning Gears 5 to UE Unreal Engine 5.
UE 5, yeah.
And then doing Gears 6 in Unreal Engine 5.
So Alpha Point presentation happens on July 20th at 11:30 Moscow time.
Yeah.
So like it's 12:30 here. No, it's 11:30 here actually. We're 12 hours behind Moscow, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so might be able to pick that up.
How are we 12 hours behind Moscow?
I am in Auckland, in New Zealand we are. So you must be 10 hours, I think. Because we're basically the opposite end of Europe.
No, we're not.
Yeah, sure we are. UK's 13 hours or 12 hours behind every time.
UK is 100% like on the opposite end of the world.
Yeah, Moscow is
closer
Europe,
to
so.
Yeah, but Moscow's closer to Japan than
it'll be like, say it's like 8 hours or 9 hours, but it's still not in the middle of the night like everything else gets kind of time in Moscow.
Here we go.
Moscow. I say Moscow, but so it's 10 hours, isn't it? 9 hours away. 9 hours.
9 hours away. My word.
There you go. GMT plus 3, yeah. So we're plus 12 here.
GMT. I didn't think Moscow was that. I thought Moscow was closer to Japan, to be honest.
No, it's on the other side, isn't it? It's on the other side of Europe.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
Ah, okay.
Yeah,
My
learn
bad.
something every day.
Man, I do learn something new every day. I really thought Moscow was like literally on the side of Russia, just above China.
No. Californian time. No, it's over here, Belarus way. It's on the far left of Russia, the far west of Russia.
Interesting.
Because that's where they got from Germany, wasn't it? In World War II, they got to Moscow. So
yeah, I was just quite impressed that the Germans managed to march that far when I thought
across whole Russia.
I was like, well, of course they lost. I mean, have a look at that. They marched through half a continent, but no, they didn't. They just went up the road.
That's yes. Well, yes, kind of.
No, yes. They kind of just went down to the pub, except they missed the pub and ended up in Moscow.
Yes. Anywho.
Yeah, moving back.
Yeah, so Alpha Point is what they're calling it for now. I'm not sure what Alpha Point stands for. And it shows a flying octahedron.
Yeah.
And a columned cave where sunlight falls. Yeah. Very exciting.
That's awesome.
Who knows what they're going to do? Yeah. Testing UE5 lumen and nanite technologies, they're saying here.
Yeah, so that's like the lighting and the...
lumen. Nanite, yeah.
And the nanite, I believe, is not the streaming of the assets, but it's the geometry of the rocks and things. So what's that, like environment geometry or something?
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah. Top tip, or well, now you
sure.
know. The more you know.
No. The final story, which is a really cool story, actually. So, Dog Meat from Fallout 4.
Yes.
Yeah, he passed away not that long ago, maybe a month ago. So, Xbox have donated $10,000 to a charity for River.
Oh,
which was the name of the dog from Dog. It was actually the name of the dog meat, River Life. I just want to mention it's quite cool. June 27th he passed away, so there you go. And it seems it's really cool. So where they kind of did it was he hung out in the studio when they were programming.
Oh yeah.
So they got to know him really well, and then they could kind of just get his mannerisms. And what I thought was cool. So then in Fallout 4, it seems when he walks ahead and stops to check you, And that's what what River would do, exactly the same.
Cool.
He'd walk ahead and turn around and check, kind of do like a, yeah, that's really cool. So
That's
it's
very cool.
Moco Humane Society is what they're actually giving money to.
Moco,
yeah.
interesting. Well, very cool. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's really cool, isn't it? Yeah.
Man, amazing that that the dog has had such a big impact.
Yes. Yeah, but yeah, I think I understand it. People love dogs.
Yeah, people do. People are suckers for dogs.
Yep. There's actually behind the scenes here as well.
Hey, cool.
Which is quite cool.
Yeah, it looks awesome. Just
mate.
random dog in Fallout 4.
Yeah, not just random dog, but the same walking and everything is quite cool. Yes, so that's really good.
Oh, cool. That must be nice to have a dog hanging around work.
Yeah, dogs are very good. They're very relaxing.
Yeah.
Very chilled out.
Helps people just, focus.
Oh, my dog used to come into work.
Yeah, he was cool.
Oh, yeah. He'd hate the postie. No matter what, he'd hate the postie.
Yeah. Must just be something.
Yeah. I think it's the orange in them, but yeah. We're recording his bark here as well.
Oh, okay, so we recorded the bark and everything?
Yeah.
Man.
How cool is
Okay.
that?
That's awesome. Very cool.
I'm done.
Man.
Well, the news is done.
Well, the news is done. Man, do we even have time for the new games? Because
Are there any good ones? Can we pick a few? Because it's 11 o'clock. It's getting a bit late.
Yeah, it is getting a bit late. So let's just have a quick squiz at this list and see what we can see. Maybe just mention.
Oh, trigger. Okay.
Interesting one.
I don't even see it in the news. Oh, I see. Okay.
There it is. Just excuse the massive pictures. They are huge for some reason. So basically this week, because we're going to make it quick because Lee needs to go to bed and he's half frozen to death. The best game that's coming out this week is F1 2021. It's coming on July 16th and it's optimized.
Did you ever play
Xbox.
Which one came up? Was it 29? Was it 19 that came on like Games with Gold or something?
Games with Gold, yep.
It's the hardest racing car game ever made.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me.
So one of the things is when they train you, they go, right, what you do is accelerate to say 100 miles an hour and then brake, and you've got to brake on a line. And it's so hard. It's ridiculous. Yeah. And then like, right, okay, so now once you do that like 50 times and do that, you're like, cool, okay, now I can brake. Amazing.
Yep.
And then you get to a chicane. You've got to go around chicane without spinning the car out, which is really, really hard because every time you put your foot down, the car spins out. So hard. I played it for a bit and was like, I just can't. This is just, I think you need a proper steering wheel for this game.
It's just stupid.
Yeah. So it's probably the best game in quality wise, but I'm not sure about if normal people can play it.
Well, I mean, the graphics look amazing. It's Xbox
it's
Series
incredible
X
looking
enhanced.
game.
So,
yeah.
And I was reading somewhere about the sort of AI behind it was apparently something new that they're doing.
Okay.
But yeah, you join the lineup of 20 heroic drivers and 10 iconic teams from the 2021 season. The new features include the thrilling story. That was it. So there's a brand new story, which apparently is really good and in-depth.
So where do you start as? Do you start as like a
I think
car guy or something?
Yeah, just like a random car guy, and then you go all the way up to the top. There's a 2-player career, which is good. And then you get closer to the grid with real season start. And of course...
Actually, looks incredible, doesn't it? I'm just watching the video now.
Yeah, no, it looks fantastic. Like, you show this to someone even just a couple years ago, and they're going to be like, that's real life.
That's right, yeah. Especially if it's on big screen and kind of quick.
Yeah.
Oh, there's fighting and all sorts. Fisticuffs.
Yeah. Oh, fisticuffs. That must be the story mode.
Yeah, that's right. They're all talking.
Must be awesome. So yeah.
Have you seen that? Have you seen the? There's quite a good documentary which follows the F1 teams around.
Oh yeah, I've been told that that's really good.
Really interesting. Yeah. It makes me want to watch F1 when I watch it. It's really cool. It does, yeah. But it's kind of like snippets because they follow a team for 1 week, for one episode.
Yep.
So it gives you like a real kind of insight on what they're doing and messing around. And what is it called? On the Limit or something? It's called. It's really well done.
Sounds familiar. Yeah, no, I've been told to watch it, but I mean,
yeah, watch it.
Then you watch it, you go, that's really cool. Then you watch real F1 racing and you go, yeah, that's really boring.
I watched one race because of it. I ended up staying until like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because of it. I kind of stayed up one weekend and thought, I'm actually going to watch a F1 race, and I ended up watching the whole thing.
And what did you think of it?
It was really good. I really enjoyed it. It was actually quite good. Because you always, it's like cricket. You're watching it going, something might happen. If I turn it off, I might miss this thing that might happen, so I might as well keep watching it. And you end up watching the whole thing.
You watch it because things might happen.
Something might happen. Might just not drive behind each other for the whole race. They might actually overtake.
Oh, they might overtake. That's great.
Yeah. That's cool.
So yeah, that's like the top game coming out this week. Other games, I'll just go through their names quickly. We've got Bat Barbarian, Testament of the Primordials on July 15th, an action-adventure puzzle game. We've got Blade Master 02, July 15th, which is a side-scroller top-down hybrid action-adventure title. This next one looks quite interesting. It is Bloodroots on July 15th. Looks very colorful, very cel-shaded. Yeah,
it's got interesting graphics and an interesting look to it.
Yeah, it's got some cool look to it for sure. Definitely check that out if you like some cool graphics. Reminds me of a different game that also looks very similar, but I can't remember what it is.
Is that Lost at Sea or something like that? Let's see.
Yeah, kind of. But yeah, definitely it looks very cool. Other than that, we've got Lost at Sea, which is a game about life and death. It's set on a beautiful island that'll force you to face your fears and take stock of your life through imaginative puzzles and a relatable story.
There's a bus in the trees there, isn't there?
There's 2 buses in the tree, so you're getting buses, serious.
Sorry. Oh, yeah.
I mean, maybe you're on Bus Island.
Yes. Like buses, like they turn one bus, you get loads of buses. Maybe that's what it means.
Yeah. Maybe it's a way to keep you busy.
Sorry.
It's just that was terrible. On July 16th, there's Ice Cream Surfer, which is a side-scroller pixel art game.
The evil broccoli, irritated by the fact that kids hate vegetables and love ice cream, has created an army of vegetables to destroy the flavor galaxy, and the only ice cream surfer with the help of 4 super tasty friends can prevent that.
Yeah, I wasn't going to read that because I think I lost brain cells listening to that.
I had to because it started with the words "the evil broccoli." It started with that, and I was like, "I've got to read this. This is."
It's just evil broccoli. On July 16th, there is Restless Nights, which is a zombie old school game with it kind of looks like a top-down twin stick, not a twin stick shooter, but
weird
like
looking, isn't it?
Yeah, they're going very much for the CRT look there. Then there's Within the Blade, which is yet another platformer game, pixel art platformer game about ninjas.
I bet there's roguelike.
Yeah. And last on our list, on July 16th, is Wizard. It's inspired by the Blinding of Isaac, but without blood and more magic. Find monsters and make them explode in different ways as you improve on Wizard. You get to be stronger, dodge the various traps, and clear out levels more swiftly. So if you like Blinding of Isaac, but you want more magic, that's the game for you.
Mm-hmm.
And that was nice, quick, and efficient, the new games.
Yes, very well done.
Well, we got to make sure you don't freeze to death, so you're here next week.
I've been sat here for 3 hours now.
Yeah. So I think that's us for this week. Remember, guys, rate if you like and sub if you loved. Share the podcast with anyone and everyone, even if they like, no, please stop sharing this podcast with me. They actually mean, please share this podcast with me some more. I just haven't heard enough to love it.
That's correct.
The podcast has a link tree with all its social media links. So click on that. It is in the episode description. We have got an AMA coming up for our Patreons. They're going to ask us questions. We're going to spin a question wheel and they're going to know the answers. And that's going to be just for them, just for their ears.
It could be a sport-related AMA.
Yeah, they could add some sport questions. They can add some any questions. It's a complete free for all, whatever you wanted to know. There's even science questions.
Science questions, yes.
It's going to be great.
Simone Science Hour, it could be.
No, the Simone Science Hour will be fantastic. Mr. Lee, tell everyone where they can find you.
I am on Xbox and on Twitter under Lee Howard.
Fantastic. You can find me at XarCrius on Xbox. That's XarCrius. Add me and let's play some games together. Always fun. But thank you,
Sunset
Riz.
Overdrive.
Yeah, some more Sunset Overdrive. So thank you guys for listening. We've been the Xbox Cast. This has been New News, and we hope you've enjoyed listening to the news.